Okay, and we're live. I do want to say right off the bat that, um, crap, how did I phrase this? Some things I am gonna say is really traumatizing. So, I just want to let you know about all of that stuff that some things I am gonna say you guys might relate to, or there's a chance. But some things I am going to say is going to be trauma that I had to go through was kind of traumatizing. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, like, I just need to get some things off of my chest, and at least I feel like the best way how I can do this is just telling you guys. I'm not going to start immediately right now. I will wait for some people to get in. I'll say this again, and then we'll start. For now, I'm gonna just play some block shoots though. So this isn't supposed to be all like, oh, you guys have to feel bad about me. You guys can feel on however you guys want. I can't change that. I just want to get some things off for like I don't need off my chest for like I feel just for I can feel a little bit better because I have been stressed a lot, not just with YouTube, just personal life stuff. So yeah, actually, I think I will start explaining it now, and then when some people get in, I might repeat what I just said. Um, so it, so like, not everything's gonna be bad. I do want to say that first before I get started. Not everything's gonna be bad. There were some good stuff, but yeah. So I was in like 2011. That's when I was born, chat. 2011. I'm a Gen Z, I believe. Um, I think that it's either a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha. I don't know, but yeah. Um, That's when I was born. I guess I'm not gonna say my whole birth because I think people already know. But anyways, 2011, I was born, and I like nothing seemed off. Let's just say that first. But when one day at kindergarten, couple like I think 2-3 years later, one day at kindergarten, let's just say I crashed out a little, and I all I remember is almost destroying the whole entire room because I think it was because I couldn't play with Thomas Train. That's when we found out I had autism. Yeah. All I had to do is do that and we found out. But yeah. I'm also all the autistic people out there, I respect you. You are my friends. Even if I don't know you, in my opinion, you are my friends. Anyways, well, I think when I was 4 or 5, um my mom and dad got into a fight, and what happened is that my dad pushed her into a wall, and we don't know if he did this next part by accident. At least this is what I remember my mom telling me, that he elbowed her in the stomach when my brother was being born. So, yeah, and my mom did try calling the police. Don't worry about that. But he broke her phone, but luckily she was able to get to another person's house to call the police too. But yeah, that was like really oh my god. That was like really traumatizing for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, I'm not gonna be able to remember too much stuff too. But yeah, so he went to jail, I think. Yeah. He went to jail, couple of years was fine. But not really at school. I was getting in trouble a lot, arguing a lot, well, like, not being a really good kid, let's just say that. Um, so, but then one day my dad was able to come in and have lunch with me. It went good for a couple times, but then I don't know what happened, but I think I realized that he wasn't a good person or something, or he just wasn't allowed to go anymore.
This may sound weird, but I can relate to this a lot.
Yeah, that's why before I started even talking about this that you guys might relate to this too. But hello, the general of the Goober gang. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Also, can I just call you the general if that's fine? But but yeah, that's what happened. What was I gonna say? Well, sometime in fifth grade, fourth or fifth grade, I got a scar. And you wanna know who did that? One of the teachers
Dog is fine.
that were that was apparently trained to deal with people that needed more help or like. And this was an official school, by the way, not like one of those special ed or special needs schools. This was in a official school where I got a scar on my wrist. It's still there, Chad. Barely though, for some reason. Well, also sometime in fifth grade, um, I got kicked out. Well, kinda. Because I needed way more help than I needed, that I had at the time, which they could not provide at all. And I got kicked out and sent to a special education school. And the most stupidest part I think happened or remember happening is that I believe they asked me, do I want to leave? What would you, if you were the teacher in that situation, knowing a kid hates that school, knowing what you guys have been doing. Oh yeah, also before I continue, the vice principal, when I would act up way too much, then he would grab my wrist extremely hard and drag me down to a room. Anyways, um, but what would you do if you see a kid that you had to that was struggling and didn't like the school and wanted to get out but couldn't, and you go up to them and ask, "Do you want to leave the school?" What do you think the response is going to be? And the stupidest part is that they didn't give me any reasons or details on what would happen. I don't remember that at all. All I remember is
Hi.
that them asking, "Do I want to get out of the school?" And I said yes, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know I wouldn't see my friends for like I won't see my friends for like a
What is
very
going on
long
around?
time.
Dude, I was the kid for like the first 4
Yeah.
years of me doing to school.
Hello.
What school?
I'm just talking about some stuff that I wanted to get off my chest. So yeah. But welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Well, they went through with it. I got kicked out. Well, got switched over to this other school. Oh my god, I almost just said the name. I almost just revealed my whole entire location.
Wow, anyways, when QFED stream, but I like this so far. So,
I don't know. But I don't know when the next Cuphead stream's gonna happen. Well, the school that I went to was still official. I was just not in official classes. So anyways, I went over there. Me and this one kid named let's just call him Jay because that's the first letter. Jay and me became good friends. Best friends actually, like right off the bat. I'm not even gonna lie. Um yeah, but even over there I was still kind of struggling. It was because I didn't like the teachers at all, even though they were good at their job, and of this one kid. I don't know how a second grader uses second or third grader. I don't know how
after
a
you
second
finish
grader
this
got me
story, what is
so
the most
upset,
trouble you
but
ever
he
been in?
made sure it was his plan. He made sure he got me upset, I believe. And yeah, I chased after him a couple times. So yeah, I'm not gonna, but I do feel bad for obviously doing that, even if it's just a little. Because, like, in my mind, it was like, no, he deserved it. Which I'm not gonna lie, what do you expect from a person with anger issues going to do in that situation? Yes, I have anger issues too. But, yeah. So, that happened. But overall, I was, like, happy. Well, they said I was doing good, and there's this type of system where if you get to like there's a level one which if you go to if you break one rule which makes sense
Everyone has anger issues, mate,
and
don't
you
worry.
would be in a room either for half a day or for the full day. I think at one point they were like if you are doing really good still that you could get out there early. Well, then there's a second thing. It's basically like normal. Like, there's a second level. It's just kind of like normal things. Then there's a third level where if you get there, you get a little bit more privileges. But then, if you can get to level 4, then you get to like and if you can stay on there long enough, you can start transitioning over to mainstream, which is official schools. So I got to level 4 and I was staying on there. I did go back down to level 1 only because of this other kid named Amari. And yeah, but after that, overall I was doing really good. And they did say that I'm going to be able to go back to mainstream. I still hate that
Full
school
name
for
drop,
what they did.
respect.
I still hate that school for what they did next. They told me I was going back to mainstream, right? Next thing you know, I'm in another non-mainstreamed class. Meaning, they straight up lied to me. Yeah, lied to me. They straight up did. I don't know if it's because they don't know, or didn't know, or something. But still, like, you are a teacher. Like, I get you aren't supposed to know everything, but at least you should know about that. And guess what? I was back into another mainstream. And also I was trying to get out for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, I believe. Yeah, 2 years in those classes. Oh, so I'm fighting the wrong guys, crap. But yeah. I
Are we
wasn't really
allowed to
happy
say
when I
HE
found out.
double hockey sticks on your channel?
You can say it in that term, but not like in like the full word or regular word. But yeah, I wasn't happy when I figured it out. Next thing you know, 2 years go by. Something must have clicked. No, it was either 3 years went by. Something just had to have clicked, and next school year, I was just that chill guy. I don't know why. Last school year, I was struggling so bad, but then that school year, I was just chilling. That's all. I was just chilling, enjoying life. But one thing I did realize is that I,
Okay,
I
what the HE
when I
double
would
hockey
get
sticks were
angry
the
or
teacher
upset,
smoking?
it's not like, oh, just a little upset when it should be. It was a full blown, well, not like extreme, but like it wasn't good still. But I wouldn't attack anybody, luckily. I wouldn't like go after people, luckily. And anymore. Anyways, what? But yeah. I'm not that person anymore. I'm just gonna say that right now. I do not do that anymore. I just had a really hard time controlling my anger. But yeah. Then on January 23rd, I couldn't go to my first mainstream class because sorry if I skipped over some things. Yes, I got into that mainstream class. I couldn't go because my mom had surgery. And you want to know the person that was having to watch us? Well, first it was my aunt, but it was a mistake letting my dad, watch us next. Because my sister and my dad got into an argument. And I don't know what happened, but I was just. I wanted him out the house. I don't know if it was because, trauma from, what happened last time and what he did to my mom or something else. I was getting a weird feeling. Get him out the house. I don't care if he was there to watch us, no nothing. I wanted him out. So I went downstairs, I told him to get out. Because, I was worried he was going to do something. Not yell or do something like that. Straight up hurt one of them. My sister or somebody. That's why I wanted him out the house. And he started, what was it? What's the word again? He started, getting me more upset, saying you're not going to do anything or something like that. And that's when a straight up fight began. Not just an argument, not just yelling, a straight up fight. And I'm still, I'm gonna straight up say this right now. I would do that infinitely times over. If I had to redo that, 100% I would. Because I wasn't worried about what's happening to me. I
Wait,
was
what
worried
grade
about
were
what he
you
was
in this
going to
fight?
do to them. I was in 8th grade. Yeah, 8th grade. So, and this was actually this year that happened. Also, I think it was in January 23rd, not February 23rd. I don't know which one I said. But, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, let me switch games. So, neither of us won. First of all, he was holding back, but one thing that still kind of haunts me till to this day, kind of, at least when I think about it, is because he said, you're too weak and you're too slow. That still haunts me a little bit. Because I know he was right. And I just couldn't do anything about it. But after all of that, I tried to get him out again, and he finally listened. Also, get prepared for what I am going to say on what he said to me. You'll see me at. He's told me that I will see him at his funeral. He never did it, by the way. Don't worry. He was just trying to get me scared or feel bad for him. That's all he was trying to do. But yeah. Also, I also found out there was like a little scratch on my neck from him. They called the cops when my grandma arrived. They called the cops, and I hate the cops for this. Not the whole crew.
What the HE double hockey stick faster, but he is a grown
Yeah,
man and you're a teenager.
yeah, like it's just stupid. You want to know what the cops said though about that? It was borderline. It was borderline abuse, not abusive, but borderline abuse. And if there's any cops out there watching or listening or find this live stream and hear me talk about this, like, that was really pathetic. Like, I'm not trying to be rude at all, but like, maybe I should not say pathetic, but messed up. Because yes, I know I did kind of start it, but I also was feeling like nervous. I didn't know fully what to do, and I'm not saying my actions were okay. I'm not saying that. Either was his. But there's also a difference between a teenager and a straight up adult. Not saying, oh, I get less or more privileges. I'm not saying that. But like, still, like, I was just worried. I just didn't want to like see someone get hurt again. So that's why I kind of did that. And yeah. So then after that, my dad sent my mom a message, and I don't remember exactly.
You're right.
But it was not family friendly. I'ma just say that right now. And he was saying like, oh, when they realize that I'ma politely say something to you as politely as he can, and yeah, I can't really say the next part, but yeah, that, like, the best way how I can describe him, he's a straight up man child. Okay, that's straight up what he is. Like, he is. Dad, if you're watching this too, that's not true, by the way. I will never trust you ever again. I just want to say that right now. If you are somehow watching this, I will never trust you again. So yeah. And I promise you that. I swear on my life on that too. On that too. I will never trust you again. Especially on something I'm gonna get to later, or pretty soon here. But yeah, after that, couple of, I think like 2-3 months. Let's just go to like, what was it? Oh, let's go. Let's go to, let's say, the end of school. Okay? I got told. Well, let's go to like a couple weeks before the end of school. Well, there was a meeting with my special education school and me and my mom. We were going to be talking about
Want to bet if you are watching, he said, or about to say, I guess you're dead now for not trusting me.
Wait, what? But we were going to discuss if I get to go back to mainstream or no, if I get to go back to mainstream next school year, or if I have to be in that school just for a little bit and then transfer. One of my goals, it was to go to mainstream right off the bat next year. And it happened. They said that they thought I was ready for full-on mainstream, and I was able to go. One thing I do recall happening is that I just broke down crying. Not like sadness, but like with happiness. And the first thing I said when I started was, I'm free. Because I've been trying to get out of special education schools for like so long at that point, and I finally did. But now let's go into certain things that I'm gonna feel embarrassed about. I'm gonna just say that right now. So,
like you said, with your life you don't trust him, and he said, or saying, well, I guess you're dead now for not trusting your father.
Oh yeah, no, I don't really care about him at all. Like, I really don't. Like, the only way how I will feel bad for him is if he's manipulating me. Because I can feel bad for people really easily too. But like, even though I feel bad for him, doesn't mean I'm going to trust him ever again. Doesn't mean, I will appreciate you and all that. I do not appreciate him in the slightest. And I know, like, it's a rough subject for people, or for people to even hear me say this, that also have lost a father. Which I feel bad for the people that actually have lost a father, that they really deserve. But in my case, if something would have happened to him, like, I wouldn't, like, go on and, like, be straight up rude, tell people as a joke and all that stuff. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm just saying that I just wouldn't really care as much, because after all he has done to me. So, yeah. If something would have happened to him, I just wouldn't care as much, because he never showed me that kindness. He never really showed me that I could trust him, basically. Well, anyways, now let's get into the embarrassing stuff. Okay, so I can wait. Oh, sorry, hold up, pause there real quick. What? I can press C? Since the flip when to equip this? Okay. Yes, you can be brutally honest as long as it's family friendly. But oh, I don't want to say this right now. Okay, so at school, there was this person. Dude, I don't want to say it, I'm not even gonna lie. We were good friends. She actually used to be in special education programs. Well, the first time we met was in Foundations 2. Let's just say she wasn't there for long, and she was able to go back to mainstream, but like that was because it was on her IEP, I think. I don't know. And yeah, she didn't need to work so hard. She hated that school too, but yeah. Dude, I don't want to say this next part, but I don't want to say it. Oh my god. Okay, okay, I'm not gonna say the word, but all I'm gonna say, I wrote her a note. That's all. That's all I'm saying, because that's the only words I'm gonna be able to get out without feeling totally embarrassed or something. But yeah. So I wrote her that note. I gave it to her. She read it, and yeah. Hey, at least it worked out in the end, though. But okay. I think chat. You already know. So I'm gonna say this. No, we are not dating. I'm gonna just say that right now. No, we are not dating. I want to say that right now. And I swear, chat. Actually, no. I swear, if Kevin is secretly in the stream and says something or finds out and then starts saying, so, when are you going to invite your girlfriend? Even though I told them multiple times I don't have one and I'm not dating her. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I wrote her that note, and yeah. So next school year, this is when I don't know how to explain this part. This is when stress kicked in. And it's mostly from students, and yeah. Hey, at least she was in that school, and I wasn't completely lonely, so, yeah. Anyways, I just, for some reason, could not talk to people. Like, I would want to so bad, but unless if they talked to me first, or if I knew them already, I just could not say anything to them. As much as I tried, I just could not. And also, skipping ahead real quick, recently I found out I have social anxiety, which is what my mom had. Or maybe, I don't really know. But I might have social anxiety. So, yeah, that sucks. But, yeah. Anyways, it was mostly from this one kid named Colin. Colin? I don't know how to really pronounce his name right. I think I said it right. But, he is annoying. I don't like him. Colin, if you're seeing this video, this live stream also, maybe if you change your ways, I might forgive you, but, like, right now, you're not on my nice list. Let's just say that right now. But, yeah. I doubt that he would even be watching anyways, because I don't think he knows I have a YouTube channel. But, yeah, so that happened, and I might have crashed out, but not to the point where, I would attack people or, like, do something like that. I would just yell. Like, not, like, too loud, but, like, just a little loud. So, yeah. So I didn't know. And some of that was because I would, push my feelings down. Which I have been realizing, and I just can't stop. It's like, let's just use addiction, for example. The more you do it, the more you have a struggle to stop doing it. That's with me pushing down my feelings, or anger, and all that. So, yeah. What's next? One day, Amira, well, what, not Amira, hold up. The girl I was talking about was arguing with this kid. I didn't realize at first, but I realized that they were arguing, because The reason why I didn't realize that first was because I couldn't hear what they're saying.
Sorry for this, but I don't think a gaming channel about Roblox and a general of a gang, with quotation marks called the Goober Gang is sumo.
I don't know either. But, anyways, that happened, and I told him to back off, and then I just walked away with her. So, yeah. Well, I think this will be the final thing I might say. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say why. Well, I might say a little bit why, but like not completely. I was just waiting for her at the bus stop, and immediately, right when she walked out, she was just crying. I'm gonna stop playing the game real quick. Like, that broke me. I'm not even gonna lie. And she was thinking she'd be alone, and yeah. Let's just say I wasn't having any. Let's just say I was having unholy
Nancy
thoughts.
is her name now.
No, we're not calling her Nancy, okay? That's not even close to her name. Oh my god. But yeah. And I was having unholy thoughts. But I was still keeping morals in mind. If it was a girl, I can't do really anything. Because I know that I cannot hurt a girl.
How about Wyoming?
No, it's not even close either. That's a state. But yeah. But if it was a boy, oh no, I would gladly go get in major trouble doing something about it. But sadly, it was a girl, and I couldn't get my anger out. Yeah, at least I told the teacher though. So yeah, about the situation. Worst part is I don't know who. I didn't know who it was at the time. Yeah. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I never seen her like that. Like, that was the first time, like, my heart dropped that much. I'm just gonna say that right now. It might be clear now that, yes, I do. I do like that. So, yeah. Anyways, chat, I think that was really it. Yeah. I'm starting to think I might have depression after all the stress I've been feeling. Also, yeah, that wasn't really all of my stress stuff. Just the most important things and the things I could remember.
H9W about I really like Star Wars.
I don't know if I have depression. I don't know. Like, one thing I do know is that a lot of times when I am happy about, like, someone, like, being rude or, like, saying something messed up, a lot of the times I'm actually, like, upset. And most of the time of those times, I clearly show it. And it can be also, like, kind of the most simplest things. I just get upset. Like, I don't yell, I don't scream, I don't tell them about it. When the social anxiety comes in, I just sit there. Contemplate, oh my god. Thinking about life. I'm just there. Just thinking about life. Let's just put it that way. But, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it. Dude, I just talked for like 40 minutes. I thought this was gonna be like a 20-minute stream. It's almost been 40 minutes. How do I talk so much? Maybe. I don't know. Hey chat, don't worry. I'm not ending the stream immediately right now, though. Don't worry. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Sorry. What should we play? I'm gonna play some tower defense. Hey, don't shame me for it. It's really fun when you give it a try. Dude, he's taller than my grandma. Anyways. Let me see that. Bro, what's wrong with me? Why did I say he's taller than my grandma?
No shame, man, and I got to go. I gonna eat something.
Okay, bye, the general. Hopefully the rest of your day going. Actually, I am gonna end the stream. Get trolled. Anyways, chat, if you guys enjoyed the live stream, like, subscribe, turn on all notifications for you don't miss another live stream short video. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. And until then, see you guys back in our live stream. But also, I hope you guys enjoyed my life stories. It was traumatizing, I know. But, bye! Actually, I don't really want to end the stream, actually. I don't really want to end the stream. But also, I kind of want to. Okay, bye, chat. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll be done wasting your time. Have a good rest of your night, chat.